Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you happen to be, and welcome to another thrilling episode of Living World of Darkness Rage Across New York. In the wake of some glorious, glorious chaos and even more glorious arson, we will find, because she's the only character I control, Maeve, back home, back at the Sept, back in the cabin, has been thusly dubbed the girls' cabin, because we're not creative people, let's be honest. She's come back, she's been cleansed. She's decided that maybe she should just take some time chilling because, let's be honest, things got a little hairy, things got a little real. Her rage got uncommonly high, in fact, more than double its normal rating, and it took her some time to work that off and cool down. So, as is, without her books to turn to distract her, she has probably been running laps, pacing around the cabin, and just doing little fiddly things that people do when they have too much energy, straightening things, doing the dishes, just kind of making her bed, all sorts of little nonsense just to keep herself distracted and to eat up some extra energy. And so there's that. What are our other brave heroes doing?
Right now, Olaf is standing outside of the girls' cabin just watching Maeve pace around in circles. Eventually, she's going to notice the cherry of his cigarette bobbing in the darkness as he just stands there and watches. If she so much as pauses to look at him, he's finally going to say, "So, are you tired yet?"
And she will finally just happen to catch the glowing cherry out of the corner of her eye and pause and glance. You know, not her usual light glance, but kind of the scared sort, almost, the peering morally, and she'll blink a few times finally. Uh, we're going to assume that she can hear well through the door, or something like that, since she's been inside, but she will finally come to the door and poke her head out, cant her head a little bit. Uh, well, no.
Just so you don't get the wrong idea, I try to come out here to smoke sometimes, elsewise everything in my cabin is going to smell like these. And kind of waves around the cigarette. But I couldn't help but notice you've been going in circles for a while, young Mape. You didn't talk about it?
Hmm. She'll grab one of her little throw-over sweater-type dealios and shrug it on and step properly out into the porch so she can close the door. After all, it has started getting pretty to gosh darn cold. So, once the door is firmly shut, she'll just kind of stand there, arms crossed, not in an aggressive posture so much as just a hold it together posture, and shrug.
Let me guess. First time you ever had to kill a human?
I didn't kill anyone.
Olaf just kind of stares at her.
The only ones that needed killing, I didn't even get a shot at. The rest of them, no.
You do realize we have clear orders, and sometimes you are going to have to get your hands dirty.
The orders I heard at the moot were to kill the people inside that room, the people that were tainted. I understand fighting the guards that were tainted. I understand fighting the people inside that were tainted. But all those poor people who were running around just trying to earn a day's work? No.
They worked for a thing tainted by the worm.
They didn't know that. They're just people.
They're casualties in a war, and it's tragic. It's also part of our work. You were ordered by a Fustern who himself received orders from an Athro. No survivors. Now I appreciate what you did back there. Proper Thayer's work making that Talon. Did a good thing. But you gotta learn how to get in there.
When what we're doing is right, I don't mind getting in there. But the Alpha of the Sept did not ask us to kill harmless people who were just trying to work. She told us to kill people who were worm-tainted. Besides, I'm not that useful in a fight anyways. I probably would have just made it worse. I probably would have gotten hurt worse than you or Albert.
Olaf looks at Mabe rather curiously. There's more than one way to be useful in a fight, and frankly, if that's your weak point, you and me need to go back to working on that. Has Katoria given you any sort of hand-to-hand training, even teaching you how to fight like a wolf?
No. Callie did for a little while.
Well then, you'll be joining me and the others when it comes to combat training, unless, of course, Travis wants to take you on with his Aruns.
I'm sure he would, but I think my time would be better spent creating the talons that I need to use to keep the rest of you alive.
I'm not asking for the whole day, Mabe. What I'm telling you is you need to be able to hold your own in a fight. Now, if you genuinely don't believe that you can go claw to claw with something like a Formori even, you've got a problem. I'm your den father. It's my job to help shore you up so you don't die after you make Cleath, or before then for that matter. I'm being serious with you because, believe it or not, I care quite a bit about you and the other cubs, even Chino.
When we have double the number, more than, and two of us nearly die, you can't imagine that I might think that perhaps I'm not cut out for combat?
You don't got a choice. And frankly, our people, we die all the time. But you gotta get in the fight.
I will do my part in the fight, but not everything about fighting is just running in and dying. You said yourself that fighting the worm doesn't mean running in half-cocked. It means fighting it intelligently. I know my place in the fight. I did my part. I tried to do more, but there were too many things on the other side for me to do more.
Not enough.
Oh, they're outside.
He's probably literally saying it, knowing him.
He's literally knocking at one of the wooden posts that make up the porch and saying, knock, knock.
Yep.
And Olaf just looks at Garrett. Well, hello there. And while Mabe is used to perhaps... Actually, what's really funny about the encounter so far between Olaf and Mabe is he stayed outside the 6-pace range intentionally.
Garrett will slowly walk up to them, and he's nursing the burns he received from that substance still.
Oh, she's still looking a little fucked up herself.
And he will pull out one of his own cigarettes and light it. Oh, this
Olaf eyeballs. Olaf eyeballs the distance between Mabe and Garrett, and then kind of nods at her.
She'll look over. And, yeah, if he's close enough, she'll, perhaps for the first time thus far, look properly peeved, but sit on the top step and then just kind of flop back on her back.
Oh, stop. Damn it. Olaf, come on.
It's the rule.
And then Olaf just kind of motions for her to get back up, like almost as fast as she does it.
She'll just sit up, but stay just perched on the top step of the porch.
And now that that's out of the way, he gets a little closer. Either way, Mabe, you're learning how to handle yourself better in direct combat. It's never going to be what you're best at, but it's a skill you need.
She'll look over at Garrett when he snickers. and actually smirk a tiny bit. Every time I've been pressed to defend myself, I have done so successfully.
She had her task all off. If she needed to get her hands dirty, I don't doubt she would have. We only encountered the one woman in there. I was on point, so I took care of it.
Well,
If at any point it had looked like anything less than a blender of blood and gore, I would have pushed in to aid you. But you didn't need it. And it was more important that I stay in such a shape that I could activate that talon. And that I didn't risk it getting broken or damaged. Or soaked.
and Olaf, for his part, looks like he accepts this answer. That Talon was like very mission important, and now that she's pushing into the whole mission importance thing, he looks like he's much more merciful about the entire deal. That being said, Garrett brought up a fine point. And Lucas? I wasn't there to witness his activities other than fighting that 4 more.
He did well. When the coast was clear, he searched the area. He's the one that found the server for Albert to hack into. By the way, Albert's the real deal.
Yeah, that's why I'm having him partner up with Aaron. Yeah. As good as Albert might be for a beginner, Aaron is an expert.
Ren
He did
comes
do very well.
linking up. Not
Followed by-
stealthily.
Oh, definitely followed by Lucas.
Lucas is probably more stealthy than Ren. She
Lucas-
takes pains to make sure that she's heard coming.
Lucas also makes pains to make sure that he's heard coming. He said, "Did this have it once 300 times before?" Like, no, I'm not being a sneaky fucker today. Stop thinking I'm being a sneaky fucker. It's just how I fucking walk.
Seeing as she's facing the walkway, she'll, Mabel, off to hand, idle wave.
Ren waves back and wanders up to stand next to Olaf. If Maeve starts looking like she's gonna flop, Ren stops it with a "No, it's good. Get up" wave before she gets halfway down.
As long as she gets the wave, she'll pause, go ahead and set herself back up.
Olaf kind of claps Ren on the shoulder and otherwise leaves her to her own devices, standing next to him.
Garrett will hold out his pack of cigarettes to Lucas, offering him one.
For now, he'll go ahead and wave it off.
I'm surprised neither of you are in Lupus. Or even Glabro.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, man.
She cocks her head sideways. I heard you got hurt.
What they said.
Yeah, not bad.
We did.
You know you'll heal faster in a form that's not the one you were born in, right?
Yeah, hi, Ben.
She gives him a curious look and then comes forward, offering her hands. Do you want me to take care of it?
He shrugs and he's like, if you feel like expending the energy.
What's his rage?
Uno, 1.
Oh, fuck. All back. And she turns to Maeve, offers her hands.
She'll put her hands out.
What's her rage?
They're actually probably... Oh, it's 2.
Okay, well,
It's okay, I only have 2 anyways, so...
perfect.
Perfect. And seeing as it was probably her hands were the most affected by the blistering and whatnot, they will just clear up, die immediately.
You know, Maeve here's still the only living thing in New York to draw my blood.
Really?
That gets kind of a snicker.
I've not heard this story.
Mm-hmm. Travis
See what
Payne.
happens when they make me fight?
I know.
First I knocked
always
out
heard the
Callie, and then
ones
I
you love.
fucked up his nose, and yeah. Have I? She kind of pauses and looks thoughtful for a second, then looks to Lucas because she can't think of anything. Have I actually attacked anything besides our friends?
Hmm.
Crickets.
I'm
An
sure.
entire fucking building.
Well, that wasn't a person. And by then everyone inside was dead, so it's not much of an argument.
It was a thing, and it needed to be destroyed. I'm pretty sure that fucking inferno was beyond what 2 fire trucks could handle.
That's why I fed it so much.
As soon as y'all started feeding that son of a bitch, I started running.
See, you were a lot smarter
Yeah.
than the rest of us. We just wanted to make that thing as big as possible.
There were a lot of on the other side, and it was being driven by a spirit. I wanted to make sure that the spirit itself wouldn't be attacked and snuffed out before it could do what it needed to do.
And it still singed the hair on my ass.
Sends to all our asses.
Olaf just kind of laughs. Like he can't really seem to control it, just coming out in little sputters. Well, it's good to know that the worst that came out of that fire was a few singed ass hairs.
And
Firm nod.
whoever was still alive in the building, of course.
Olaf waves his hand dismissively.
They didn't leave anyone alive.
So, what happened during the gate crashing?
You know, it was the strangest fucking thing. And I brought this up before. Most of the time, you go Krynos in front of some security guards. They lose their shit, it's an easy kill. These ones just stood their ground. At least until they figured out that the tactical situation was on the other side of fucked. Point being, they were mostly thinking rationally.
For more?
The ones in the room, yeah. These ones, no. Normals.
Kinfolk.
It's like I was saying to maybe kinfolk. Maybe kinfolk for the other side, we don't know.
There's a good reason that we try to keep them out of the hands of the spirals, besides for their own good.
With no real,
For their own good. It was...
no real big things coming at you?
Oh, kinda sucks getting shot up by assault rifles, but other than that, no.
Yeah, you had a lot of holes in you when I saw you.
Yeah, no shit. Ugh, God. You know, before I get to New York, yes, been shot a few times. Hell, I took half a magazine of 9mm right in the chest. There was a argument over some pool playing. Shot a few times after that too. I have been zipped by more 5.56 since I got here than anything else.
We had it pretty easy. Albert just looked at the door, it opened, sprayed the camera, went up the stairs, and encountered the woman.
Albert's Ragabash, yes?
Yup.
They have ways.
Mm-hmm. Still impressive. He did it a few times.
That's good. Means he's going to be an asset, especially when we have to start acquiring things from, well, whatever's Tellurian side. It's a good trait to have. I still really, no, actually, now that I think about it, no, I don't really have to find someone to help train him up. Like I was just telling the others, Aaron. Aaron's the ticket. I've never seen anyone short of maybe Emmett as good with these damn computer things as Aaron. I get Albert with Aaron. We're going to have another great killer of cameras on our hands.
Yeah, if he learns that, he'll be terrifying. Just with the keyboard, he was able to get a lot of stuff. He was kind of the star of the show. Wouldn't you say that, Lucas?
VIP.
That is what Lucas said, in fact.
And there you have it. He deserves a cookie from you, Den Father.
Well, believe me, it's probably going to be good for him to see his blood family soon. And
then in the battle, he got blasted in the face.
Yeah, he fucking did. Trust me, I got hit by the same weapon. That was no picnic.
All I did during that entire fight, I dragged him back, and then he was fine and launched himself back in there and tripped up the bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you know, they got me as a den father, so obviously.
I'm calling him Slingshot from now on. I hope you realize that.
If that's what you want to do.
It was just
Either
like
way, get
that.
it. You did a good thing.
Yeah.
Seriously. Leaving a guy out there when he's right in the line of fire, if nobody dragged him out the way, I doubt he would have had a chance to heal what was left of his face. It's a good thing he did. Also, gonna be a new lesson. You try to pop a door that we think people are behind, maybe we don't stand right in front of the fucking door.
That's a good lesson.
He tried to move, he just wasn't fast enough.
And he got it with both barrels.
I don't suppose there was any balefire.
Not that I saw.
That is
Fucking fluid in that room may as well have been.
It was pretty corrosive stuff.
Hands hurt. Just holding the hose. Lucas, for his part, is like sitting on the porch. He's found a cushion somehow, somewhere, and is leaning against it on the let's see, wall of the cabin. Currently has his hand in his face and his eyes closed. Maybe he's just resting a little bit.
You throwing peony bait at me. I feel like you're throwing some peony bait at me.
If you would like to.
Seems legit.
Seems legit.
Oh, but does it? But does it?
I got 2.
Anybody else? Are you satisfied?
No,
Okay.
I just get 2.
Okay.
2 for me. Actually,
Well, that makes this supremely...
yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say with your merit, I'm pretty sure the difficulty's higher, but
No. That's if you're lying towards me. No, with 2 successes, you realize that, for him, he's actually awfully tired. He's still listening into the conversation, more than willing to make a quick quip or 2, but he certainly is not adding anything right now. It's not that he's distressed. It's not that he's got some inner turmoil in him. It's just that, well, for him at least, it's been a day.
Mm-hmm.
Ren glances at Olaf and then wanders over to plop down next to Lucas.
Lucas, you
You get
gotta
offered the
unleash.
cushion.
Nah, I'm good.
Lucas.
Sorry, where did he plunk down?
Where did you plop down?
Go ahead.
William, go, please.
Okay. Lucas, you unleashed the beast down there towards the end.
Those bastards shot my fucking den daddy right after they shot my cup brother, so they deserve every single thing they got, mister.
Did you see what I did to the one that shot at y'all?
What'd you do?
Chunky bite-sized kibbles is the word that comes to mind. Or phrase.
No, Kailani took a swipe at him and got a graze on him. Then I exploded him.
Olaf grins at this usage.
Just goes to show you, if you can if you could have put a bastard on his back, he's as good as dead.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
I didn't get to throw a swing at those guys. It's almost like it was over before it started.
Oh yeah, I remember. I tumbled out of the fucking window onto the ground and kept running. He did shoot at me. He couldn't hit me. You were the one that did to freaking obliterate him.
With a little help from Kailani.
Still, man, that was awesome.
Ren leans back against the porch support. What do you call it? The column.
Column's a good enough word.
Just kind of watches Olaf and listens.
In Olaf's case, he seems oddly calm about the whole thing. I mean, maybe he's trying to push a lot of different shit down. Maybe he's not. But at this moment, he seems way more focused on trying to present just kind of this low-key exterior, which, I mean, obviously, the others are used to it. Any real scrutiny, and you can tell that, yeah, he's a troubled guy with a lot of fucking responsibilities, but he's at least trying to be a very low-key and calm figure at the moment.
I remember Maeve opening the door, getting shot at, closing the door.
Shrugs. Seemed like a pretty effective tactic.
Yeah.
I mean, I did the same thing the first time I opened the door. I thought someone was going to run at me. I was just going to slam it on them.
We gotta practice how to breach doorways and thresholds. That's what we gotta do.
Yeah, I'll see if I can set something up. General word of advice next time. Yeah, you're gonna get shot at, and yeah, it's gonna suck. I'm really not gonna come down on anybody because in the end we all contributed to combating the worm where it dwelt and bred, and not wanting to get shot at the time where they're laying down fire. Perfectly valid. It's not like you just stayed and hid. You came back out when it was a smart idea.
So,
But
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
you open that door, you go in that room, you gotta get in there fast and just fucking take them. Otherwise, they've got time to move around on you.
It happened pretty quick. But anyway, we've touched upon Lucas. We know Maeve's contribution. I've already sung Albert's praises. How about Talia? From what I saw of her, she looks like she can handle herself.
Big fucking smile on Olaf's face.
I made a good choice in having Travis be the one to teach her the duties of her auspice. That girl has some serious fucking fight in her, especially considering that She came here to us knowing nothing of the nation and looking like that swipe she took at that fucking moron back at that diner was the first aggressive swipe she'd taken in her life. She's come a long way, and frankly, I appreciate it, because if she hadn't jumped in when she did, I probably would be dead.
Olaf, I think you need to pat yourself on the back here.
Shrugs. I've been shot before.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, you've only just recently become Den Father. But these two here, and he points to Lucas and Maeve, they looked up to you. Talia and Albert, you were basically the Den Father, because Katori was resting up after taking care of all the sick kinfolk.
I like to look at it this way. I'm here to make sure that these cubs know as much as I or any of the proper people can teach them. They get all the training they could ever fucking want. And frankly, more than enough training than they need. They get sent out on missions because I bring them out on missions because me and Teethraya tend to agree on one thing. Combat. Cubs need more combat. I'm not talking unreasonable, but moderate to light threats, something to cut their teeth on. The rest is on them. Am I fucking proud of them? Yes, I am. Yes, I absolutely am proud of every single one of them. They acquit themselves honorably on the field of battle. But the credits were credits due. I'm just here to shepherd them along their way.
Garrett shakes his head. Olaf, I'm going to ask you a question that I asked you a few days ago. How often do I give props?
Just gives Garrett this fucking look. Yeah, I hear you.
And he goes, jeez, and he takes another drag of a cigarette.
I wish I'd thought to go to the lake sooner.
To go
I only
to the
thought of it
lake?
like yesterday. Well, back when Callie was having her problems, it occurred to me that one could fix multiple problems at the same time or get multiple benefits out of solving a problem. And then after she passed, I kind of didn't think about it, but I probably could have gone to the water spirit in the lake, or one of them, and brokered something to our benefit, promised to deal with the fish farm, and then, well, it was something we would have done anyway, so a secondary benefit would have been had, but it didn't occur to me in time to do it.
Think about it for the next mission.
Oh, I'm going to.
Keep in mind that spirits don't necessarily like being the other bird you kill with the stone.
And what if my primary motive is to seek the favor of the spirit? And these are just happy consequences on the side.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I think it's a good idea.
Mm,
I always more than pay my dues. I want to be in good favor. But even just addressing the spirit beforehand and promising to do that for it, even if I didn't seek a secondary benefit, would have still been a benefit to me, because it would have regarded me more fondly.
Open-ended promise. I mean, what would have happened if we had failed? That would be a spirit you'd be indebted to with no way of recompensing.
If we'd failed, we would have been in a lot of trouble anyways, because Mother Larissa gave us a time limit to do this, and we pushed it to the very end.
I'm gonna put it this way, Mabe. In terms of how soon or not soon you might have done something like that. Experience, real Bitch of a teacher. Gives the test first, teaches the lesson afterward. That's just how it is. Carry the lessons with you. As for the other part, I'm going to tell you what I always tell you with spirit things. Katori Raya commands the Undying himself, is the first person I would go to with a spiritual question, and happens to be your mentor in such matters. In fact, he was quite curt with me, that whether I liked it or not, he would be the one teaching you your auspice. So that's who I'd talk about this kind of thing with. Me, I'm a Philodox. Ren, she's a Philodox. We judge laws. We stare at people hard. Lucas and Garrett here. Questioners. Definitely people to lead you around in questions. Still not Theurges. You want priestly advice? Go to a priest. You want Theurge advice? Go to a Theurge.
No, I know what would have been a good idea. It's not a question. And Katori reassured me back when I first met him that no matter what happened, he would continue to teach me. And besides not approving of my recklessness, he has been proud of everything I've done as a Theurge, so I don't have doubts as far as that goes. I just wish I'd thought of it sooner.
Olaf shrugs. You keep thinking like that, you're gonna have a lot of regrets.
Though this reminds me, I promised Ratatosk that I would bring him nuts, Brazil nuts, at some point, and it has been a long time since I've been to the new cairn. And I know I'm not supposed to leave without your permission. Could you take me there sometime soon?
Oh God, please,
So
Olaf, don't let her break a pact with the spirit.
I am not going to let her break a pact with the spirit.
There wasn't a time limit.
That being said,
There wasn't.
look at it this way. The tree protectorate of the sept, I'll deal with it if anybody wants to give me static. At this point, we'll call it a training exercise. Why, I have to
Well, it
raise
is.
strong cubs. It is, isn't it? That is literally my duty to Gaia under the litany, to raise strong cubs. And this is part of raising strong cubs. And I'll defend it until my dying breath as raising strong cubs under Gaia and the litany. You and I will go to Ratatosk, you will fulfill your end of the deal, and we'll go straight back. It's that simple. Besides, like I said, it's a protectorate.
Check the pantry.
Link? What?
Nuts are in there.
Oh, for...
And
Yep.
one of you, actually, and he stares at Lucas. That bag is basically a magpie swag, yes?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Will be.
We're gonna have to borrow a swag. The only way we can get those nuts into the Umbra.
Oh, don't worry. That particular item is high on your Maeve's list.
high
over
on our
there.
list.
Oh! He goes ahead and just actually has to physically push him off and groan with the effort. Ooh! Ah.
Magpie swag. 2 horns of distress. Harmony flute. I've got a list.
If you're not a Cleith by the time you've made all of them, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
Shrug. Already made up my own Talon. I'm just waiting for someone to tell me it's time.
Well done, by the way.
She grins. It went very well. I worried that I hadn't phrased it strictly enough. I knew that I hadn't phrased it to keep us safe, but considering that I hadn't offered but so much payment, I didn't want to be too particular.
You did a good job.
Besides, it got more than its share. Hopefully the next time I approach a fire spirit, recall the last one in the overpayment he received.
You know how I feel about spirits
Yep.
and whatnot. But that was a hell of a boom.
Well, I don't know that it would have been nearly that big if we hadn't all offered it far,
Oh,
far
stop,
more
stop,
than.
stop. I'm saying you did a good job, damn it.
Take the compliment. He doesn't like hand those out. He doesn't hand those out like fucking candy.
She grins. Thank you.
Olaf finishes his cigarette, puts out what's left of it on his boot, and puts that little bitty left in the plastic baggie that goes in his pocket. Respect Gaia. Respect her.
Yay. Lucas gives an internal yay.
Where's Maeve standing?
She's sitting on the top step of the porch.
Got it.
Just chilling. Hey Ren, actually you might know. Spirits that are not necessarily peaceful, but more likely to restrain or calm something as opposed to being aggressive.
Restrain or calm?
Or
Is this for the
maybe
harmony
make
fruit?
them sleep? No, this is something else I've been thinking about on the side. Something that I don't think is already a thing, or perhaps I just haven't learned about it yet.
Olaf
Someone.
actually kind of raises his hand up a little bit.
I actually think I know what you're talking about.
You do?
Yeah. Back in the day when I first knew Kali, she used to keep these talents with her to keep her from frenzying on people. Real effective, one-time use though. I'm not sure who made it, but somebody around here has the knowledge.
Was it something that you could only use on yourself?
It's something that people, I mean, the way I saw it, it only really affected her. I don't know if it could be made to affect others, but it's a good thing for someone with the propensity to fly off the handle, as it were, to carry around. Kept her from ripping me in one fine day.
Dove is the answer to many of your problems.
And if you just
Dove
want to
is, but I thought something like sleeping or something to incapacitate someone without hurting them.
ask
Well,
Leah.
that's the thing. Actually, go ahead, Emma.
Leah and Sam created a powerful talent to help Mother Larissa sleep when the tree was haunting all of our dreams. She'll know.
What is this about, Maeve? You find out about something and then you go try to find a solution. So what is this about?
She'll stay fairly tight-lipped on that.
Huh.
But you can P&E her
Of
if
course
you
I
like.
can.
2 successes?
Do, 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 do. All the
well, then clearly it
successes.
is. Just to everyone else, it's pretty clear that she is in fact doing just that, because Garrett is right on the money that she always thinks about a problem and then tries to find solutions. So there is something in particular she has in mind that she's not saying. And in the case of Lucas, considering it's 1 million successes and he's around her all the time, she has been dwelling on the issue. He knows for a fact that she's been involved with like Travis and Senna in the subject mainly.
Okay, even out of my hat for a bit. Basically, the way Lucas rationalize it. Oh, apparently Maeve wants to make a knockout Talon. Awesome. Continues to go ahead and lay against the fantastic cushion that he has. Do.
What cushion is he using?
Hey, Lucas.
Yep.
What's up, Lord Suspect? Do you want to roll against me?
Okay, I can try.
Oh
I'm
my
the
god.
defender.
Yeah, you once again, Lucas, Lord Suspect of Lime Mountain, getting by at that door.
Nope, just fluffing my cushion. Just fluffing my cushion.
And so did he said that out loud, yes?
Lucas said the one thing out loud. Olaf
Okay.
did not just call Lucas Lord Suspect of Lime Mountain. That's all
No,
Bob.
no. Okay. No, and she'll kind of think about it, kind of cant her head for a second, and then nod. Something like that, yes. Probably.
So who's
That
having
sounds about
trouble
right.
sleeping?
Yeah. There's no real edge to Olaf's voice when he kind of follows up on it. He's just curious about what his cub is up to. Like, much the way that a parent would want to know exactly what the finger painting was of.
Honestly,
She will stick her tongue out and say, "Wouldn't you like to know?" You're not the only one who can keep secrets, so there.
Olaf face palms. I tell you what. Before you go executing any great matters with a spirit, even if it is in the service of your born auspice, just let me know. Just so I know what you're up to, what's going on. I wouldn't want to be surprised with a situation where things went wrong, accidentally offended. I don't even know.
I will probably ask Katori about it, but I'm beginning to think that maybe Chimera? Maybe? Maybe not.
Olaf just snaps his fingers. Exactly what I tell you to. Katori is very wise.
But
Don't worry,
here's the way I see it. You making the firebomb to blow up the fishery served a purpose. We needed that. Now you going to make spirit Valium because someone's having trouble sleeping. That's different. Is there a very dangerous reason she can't sleep? Or he?
And give me 1 second.
Ren might not make it through all this talk of sleeping. Her eyelids are looking pretty heavy.
Give us a moment. Do some elevator music. Oh, okay. Olaf's staring off into space. Ta-da! She'll kind of look at Garrett and ponder how to answer.
Just like always, just God, be careful, Maeve.
Always careful.
if we lost you, I don't know what Garrett would do with himself.
Grin.
Probably pace around the apartment, up and down, wondering why in the world his life is so dark and dreary. Besides the regular reasons.
I'm always careful, and this is what I do. I'm theurging.
fucking L, Lucas.
You know you would. Don't lie.
Probably. Maybe I'll go on a suicidal mission. One last hurrah
That seems a little
with a
extreme.
broadsword, cutting down as many as I can.
That
And then you'll
doesn't
keep
seem like your
coming
style.
back without really understanding why you do so, until eventually you come to the realization that no matter how many of these missions you go on, you will always come back. You will never have your reprieve.
I'm immortal now because the only person to draw my blood is dead.
Exactly.
That or because I'd become an amazing ancestor spirit and watch over you. Kick the shit out of things. Take all my spirit buddies. You think while all you people are alive, if I died, I could just go rest? Shh.
No, Maeve, you'd probably be looking for a way to come back to life.
I'm pretty good at creative answers to difficult problems.
You know, you two haven't really talked about the what you saw me do on the mission.
Let's see. Let's see. I remember that, well, some jackass was firing at us during the warehouse. I remember you tackling him to the ground and ripping them apart. And I remember you dragging poor Albert out from disaster.
You took care of us.
Yeah. Points at the Garrett. Did you do the Garrett? You protected us.
Yep.
I meant before
You
that.
like us.
Ha! They caught you.
You're talking about what you had to do in the office?
Yeah.
You were following orders.
Yeah, I was.
Yep.
You did what was asked of you by your rise and what was prudent for the mission. Nobody is going to go ahead and discount your actions there or say they weren't prudent or necessary.
He's gonna P&E Lucas.
Oh, please do so. Okay, I'm not going to try to defend against this one.
Thank you.
You know how he had that office lady to the ground?
Yeah.
He was disappointed that she didn't comply with him, and that maybe for a split second there was an alternative available.
If nothing else, Garrett, I'm glad that you did, so that I didn't have to.
Yeah.
See? Taking care of us the whole time. And you think we're not gonna nab you. You're funny.
Maybe I'm just a den father in training.
Maybe you're really fond of us and you don't like to admit it, and you're totally okay with being stuck with us and you're just putting up a token protest.
Be back in a second.
Yep.
And she's watching him pretty good right now. She's looking for minute changes of expression, etc., etc. Has the acceptance come in yet? Let's find out.
He's just kind of looking at his cigarette.
Well, I'm glad to see you've at least stopped fighting it.
Fighting what exactly?
Being stuck with us.
I'm gonna pull you out of trouble whenever I see it. I wouldn't exactly.
Well, then I
call
guess
that
you'll have to
stuck.
be close enough to do it, won't you?
Huh. One of these days you'll be on your own.
Not if I have anything to do with
And I'm back.
Rin kind of folds her arms over her chest and kind of tucks herself in against the pillar. Just folding herself up small.
One second. Sorry, our visiting friend got her car stuck, so Bob had to go push her out.
Oh no.
That's hilarious.
Mud, I have it in
Oh
abundance.
no.
Poor Bob.
Lucas is going to go ahead and get some more energy to him. Look to Garrett and simply say, so, overall, that was pretty damn successful, but what would you have done differently?
You know, I honestly don't know. It was really rather smooth. Other than that one hiccup.
We got in. We got the information that we needed. The main fighting force was able to stop any resistance and provide a distraction for us. Towards the end, we defeated the main worm threat, and we made out like fucking bandits. We got the files from the administrator's computer. We got the entire fucking hard drive of the server. We got shipping records and the fucking shipping manifest. Not only all that, we went ahead and snagged a sample for Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, I'm eagerly awaiting those results. And especially the analysis of the shipping data.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, by the way, Garrett. Good job getting that.
Well, that was all Albert.
Well, I mean, you gave him a target.
Yeah.
Take your compliment, asshole.
Touche. And he looks to Maeve and Lucas and points at Ren. She questions my bullshit.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you fart rainbows, Garrett.
Like, isn't that what unicorns do?
Oh, is it?
Oh, you would know.
It is. Silly me, I forgot. She closes her eyes and looks extremely self-satisfied.
You call me a unicorn or what?
If I was, it would be a compliment. You
We
sure
are-
you want it?
Well, that's the thing, Garrett. We are all children of the mother.
Ren opens one eye to see what see Garrett's expression when he says that.
His expression is...
Seems fucking legit.
Well, I mean, you don't really need to pee any of it. His expression, he's just like... He's got one eyebrow raised, and his mouth kind of drops slightly, like, huh?
Ren looks even more self-satisfied. So, everyone who was burned by acid or scorched by spiritual fire, you're all gonna sleep in tomorrow, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Looks between the two of them, just sort of shakes his head between the two of them, splitting his attention to both. Like, what?
That is between you and Logan as to when you get up, Lucas.
Oh no, I forgot about him.
And then you're gonna sleep, though, right? Physical health is important to mental health.
Who is she addressing that to?
Anyone, all of them. She'll even open the other eye for this.
No
Olaf
rest.
doesn't.
No
Go ahead.
rest for the wicked.
Olaf looks like he agrees.
That's how they
Good
stay.
thing I'm not wicked. Oh, get lots of sleep. Sticks her tongue out.
You know what I say? When I got back, I had myself a dinner of the pizza dumpster. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna see if I can't do the roulette wheel of the pizza dumpster, and see if I can't get some breakfast with some actual eggs and bacon. Don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna try.
Wait, what?
There's a pizza dump. Garrett Cosma, dear Raya, there is a pizza dumpster. It is a magnificent fixture of the set. You literally put a pizza inside the dumpster, and when you bring the pizza box right out, it's full of a pizza.
That's some bone gnar shit, isn't it?
It is some bonar shit. It's wonderful bonar shit. I must show you.
I'm slightly disgusted yet slightly intrigued.
He gets up from the wall. The cushion has already disappeared back to the nether realm that it appeared from, and starts walking towards the pizza dumpster. Dear Reyes, let me show my dear Garrett Cosma the pizza dumpster.
Does it do pineapple?
Rarely.
Alright, I like those odds.
Pineapple.
And Lucas is going to start walking.
I'm
Really?
gonna,
Stays where she is.
I'm gonna go ahead and join him. I'm actually kind of hungry. And I gotta do patrolling tonight anyway.
Yeah, I think I'm taking the morning shift again after training.
Who's it training with this time?
Well, Ren and young Albert, and unless she slinks off to join Travis, Mabe here.
And he goes to sit on the porch, shakes out another cigarette, and lights it.
After that, it's on to my usual, helping Quintus with whatever it is he happens to need at the time. He's actually eased up on a lot of things, but herbs still need grinding, things need weighing and mixing and sorting and all that kind of stuff.
Hey, you're almost up on that, aren't you?
Almost. I mean, honestly, it's been as much a learning experience for me as anything else.
A lot better than not having knees, huh?
A lot better indeed.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. And he'll go to walk off.
Ren's eyes are
Is this,
open. She's watching Maeve. Is Maeve going with them?
I was going to say, is this an excuse to exit, or are we actually moving on and playing it?
Yukes is going to yell, "Come on! Yay, the pizza!"
Olaf looks at Mabe.
As long as it's on sept, go ahead.
If something like that's off sept, I'm both surprised and intrigued.
Stay on the sept.
I have been staying on the sept. You don't have to remind me. I'm not Cinna.
He okay, he doesn't snort, but he does give Mabe a firm pat on the back.
Go on, get yourself something to eat. You more than earned it.
She will hop up and scamper pretty vigorously to catch up.
Still smoking, just like Ren hates. Olaf finds himself sitting next to her.
You know, girl has a point. I'm going to be seriously concerned if something of that value is anywhere on the sept.
What's that? Something of what value?
Of that value.
I think he's referring to the pizza dumpster.
He is in fact referring to the pizza dumpster.
You're concerned if it's what?
I'm telling you, if something that of our kind is anywhere off of this sept, I'm about to have a conniption.
But it's on the sept.
Olaf takes a few moments to think, realizing how ridiculous he sounded and how deep, perhaps, the hooks of paranoia have sunken into him. And then shrugs. Good. Good. So, where are you even living these days? I mean, I know you were moving from one place to the other place. You're here a lot too.
I'll probably stay on sept tonight. I'm pretty drained.
Yeah. I've already got a roommate.
No worries. I can find somewhere.
Yeah, probably with the members of your tribe. You think about what we talked about not that long ago?
She opens an eye and squints at him. She looks pretty sleepy. He's probably gonna have to remind her what the fuck he's talking about.
Being my, or at least coming to be my partner in these matters.
I'm not sure that's good for Night Eyes. She needs something to tether her, and I can do just as much good from here. She leans over and kind of nudges him with her shoulder.
What?
You know I'm doing the same work.
I know. Just...
And 2 members of her pack already danced the spiral. I can't stand to see a 3rd one go.
Huh. Contemplates this for a moment.
I don't know if you want to come at me from that perspective as a fellow Philodox. Sheesh. I suppose she'll retain her position. At least for now.
Ren closes her eyes.
Olaf, in a very fraternal way, puts his arm around her shoulders and gives her a squeeze before letting go.
She kind
If
of
you're
leans.
gonna be...
Oh, it's cute. Oh my god. Okay.
If you're gonna be bedding down somewhere that isn't this porch, we might want to get you there soon.
Yeah, that's a good point. And she dragged herself to her feet.
Need me to walk you there?
No, nope. I'll be just fine. You do need to rest tomorrow, though.
I'm sure I'll find time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What time is it gonna be?
He shrugs.
Well, you let me know when you found that time, 'cause I'll be checking on you at that time.
I'm sure you will, sister. I'm sure you will.
And she heads off into the dark after retrieving her purse from under the porch of the boys' cabin.
And as Ren heads off into the night, the light on the end of Olaf's cigarette grows dimmer and dimmer in her proverbial rear view until it has disappeared altogether. Watchers, thank you for watching. Players, thank you for playing. And we'll see you next time on another edition of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York.